Right. Are we getting ready for this or what, man? Got ourselves another edition of the Best of 99 Season 3. We are quickly approaching the final leg of this one. This is round number 8. And this is a pivotal round for those of you that have been watching each and every week. Of course, this is the host of the Best of 99. This is the Kingsman. Follow me at twitch.tv/Kingsman36. Over here on the ClassicTetris channel, because this is the new home of Tetris Friendlies, Monday Night Mayhem, Friday Night Fights, and everything else we do in the Friendlies universe. I'm very excited. Again, this is a very pivotal moment because we are approaching the end. And it's a very interesting narrative, too, because we have one scenario where Jeff is only 8 wins away from taking the series. He is closing in on the number 50 marker. That's the magic number to win the games battle.
Can you hear me?
But the other scenario, as we hear a special guest voice that'll be joining, that I'll introduce in a moment.
Hear you.
There you go. He says, I can hear you. Yes. The other interesting scenario is that Alex is going to be closing in on maybe tying. And could potentially take the sets overall. I have a friend here that is trying to get a few words in because I don't know if he can hear me. Hopefully he can hear me. Because usually I have a good friend named Christopher Bidwell that's here hanging out every Wednesday.
Kingsman.
And here he is, Mr. Vince Clemente. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, Mr. Vince Clemente? Vincenzo, are you listening through the Discord, or are you listening through the stream? No. Mr. Vince Clemente, sir, is in the house. He'll be joining me instead of Chris Bidwell. Sir, are you hearing me?
Not sure why.
He's not sure why he cannot hear. Hopefully you people in Twitch can hear me, yes? You guys can hear me in Twitch? Terrible. Can't hear. Can't hear anything. Commentator noob. That's okay. So what I'll do is I'll hook him up. We'll try something. In. Vincenzo, can you hear me, sir? Hello. Vinny Mac. Can you hear me? Good thing this will be edited for the YouTube version. Oh boy. Hello.
My king.
My king. Can you hear me, sir? He cannot. We'll try something else.
King.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Maybe it's
Mr. Vince Clemente, Mr. CTWC. Can you hear me, sir?
a little noob in the house.
Anybody out there? Hopefully the chat can hear me. Can the chat hear me?
I can't hear you,
I don't even see if the chat can hear me.
but you can hear me.
I hear you perfectly. Alex
Try
is
from my PC.
Alex
That's
is
easier.
can hear both of you. Yes, I think it's an issue with Vince. Let me ask him.
Looking at settings.
We'll ask Vince if he's using. For those of you that want a little inside information, we'll ask Vince if he's using the app or if he's using the browser version. Because I've learned that the browser version is terrible for VC. Apparently doesn't work as well as the Discord app. The Discord app works much better. We'll see what Vince is. And then hoping to get this friggin' show started. See what happens. See, I trade in the model of the Bidwell 1976 Oldsmobile Buick, and I want to get the 1991 Ford Mustang Vince Clemente. Friends, it's a clunker. It's a freaking. Oh my god, dude's a little quiet. Oh, there we go.
Dang, I can hear you. Oh my god.
You can hear me now. What were you doing, sir? What were you doing wrong?
I didn't do anything. I did nothing, man.
Well,
Just hanging around.
well, clearly you did something wrong because you couldn't hear a damn thing. We heard you perfectly here. So we heard.
Well, this is my first big boy commentator job, so I hope I don't screw it up.
Well, you'll only have yourself to fire then after.
All right, deal.
That's all I can say. That's all I can freaking say. So, good evening, sir. How are you? I was kind of just introducing the audience to the scenario that's going on tonight, and I was going to introduce you properly because I think it would have been a nice surprise. But here we are now, so that's fine.
Surprise!
Surprise! There you go. It is Mr. CTWC, long bar extraordinaire. It is Mr. Vince. So, Vince, you're here. You're taking over for Bidwell. He's at a single A baseball game or whatever. He's stuffing his face with a hot dog and peanuts, but what a shock. So,
I mean, he does. Take the day off. Got to rope me into this. So let's go.
That's fine. He lost his Cal Ripken Iron Man streak ages ago, so it's fine. No big. So here we are. We're ready to go. This is round number 8 of the best of 99 in this series, and for those that may be just joining now, or maybe Vince didn't hear before, basically this is a very important round coming up. This is round number 8. Jeff and Alex have a really good story going on. This has been a very strong season that we've had happening, and basically there are 2 scenarios that are going on here, Vince. Right? Scenario number 1 is that Jeff has a magic number of games to reach in order to win the series pretty much outright. He is down to 8 games left, so he could potentially win the series tonight if he gives Alex a thrashing. He's done it before. He's gone 8-1 in previous set against Alex here, and he could get to number 50 to win the games overall.
Oh my god! I mean, tonight's the night, maybe, but I really want to see Alex come back and tie this up, and make week 11, what it deserves to be. So I'm rooting for Alex today.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be rooting for Alex, and not just that, because again, the other premise that's going on right now is that actually the sets are pretty close. Alex had a big victory on last week's show in round number 7 to make it 4-3 in the sets category. So a very interesting statistic might happen here where Jeff might actually win the overall games from point of view, but in the sets, which is what many people play in ClassicTetris, you play sets, right? You play best of 5 or whatever. So technically, Alex could actually win if he can continue to win out on the sets level. He might be able to overtake Jeff in that regard. That'd be something.
I mean, that would be interesting. Yeah, like Jeff gets 70 wins, but Alex still wins the match record or something crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's how we play. It seems like maybe Alex has days on and days off, and he plays strong, or maybe he just gets Jeff on his days where he's not playing his greatest. So,
well, there you go. So could be very interesting. Could be very interesting to see what'll happen. And let's kind of take a look real quick as players are pretty much getting themselves ready. They are both pretty much live and ready to go. So let us take a look real quick at the overall situation as we kind of addressed that earlier. And here we go. We have the best of 99 house rules in effect. So for those that are here for the first time, or you just need a refresher on what the rules are, players will begin playing the match on level 18 only. We are professionals, so they will start on the professional level. Players will restart the match if they top out at under 100,000 points. That is the Louis Scooey effect, we call that. So obviously we don't want to see any caca games, right, Vince? We don't want to see some early top outs.
Yeah, I mean, you're the pro at that, so...
Well, you're not too far behind these days, so it's okay.
No, that's all right. I'll take it.
now, the one thing that Vince probably hasn't done in many times in his career, but mullining is allowed. Mullining is allowed in games at the discretion of the player. So if players want to continue on, maybe try to get a high score, we've seen that happen a couple of times. Jess with a couple of max outs in this one, Alex a near max out. So clearly we want to see if you're having a good game, play it out. Fans would want to see that. And we play 9 games over a course of an 11-week period because 11 times 9 equals 99. And here we are. We're going to be round number 8. That is tonight August the 23rd. For you watching live on Twitch, for you folks at the YouTube station, well, you're watching it in post, and I'm sure it'll be great. So Alex beat Jeff in the last session 5-4. Outstanding decider. Came through big time. Alex kind of was down early 3-0 and then whooped Jeff really, really well 5-2 in the other half of the set there. So as Vince was mentioning, would love to see that happen again tonight. And then we got 3 more weeks after that. So we'll kind of get close to rounding out the summer and finishing this series by September 13th is the goal. But dates are something to change in the event of catastrophes or hurricanes or things like that, right, Vince?
Yeah. I'm excited. This is, one of my favorite shows out there. So it's an honor to be on the show. So here we go.
Well, here you go. So now you get to watch it live. I'd like to thank for the raid, Connor Renee, party of 3. You're just in time to come and see that's the rules and the situation that's going on. And what you get to also see is something very special. We've been doing this all season long, and with our guests, we've also been doing it. Players here that have that perspective. What are the keys to victory for me to beat my opponent? And this week, our special guest, Mr. Vince Clemente, was so gracious to give us his keys to victory. And here he is. What a smug face you have on there, sir. So
I mean,
go ahead.
sometimes you got to be smug, Can't be smiling all the time. But all right, players, listen up. Here we go, Jeff. I mean, I want to see you get those 500s on 18. Let's not monkey around on 18. Let's just get the job done, and then play a bit safer on 19. That's your strong point. So if you play a little safer, I think you're going to go the distance, and make it another sweep here this week. And then, your magic number is 8. We can do it this week, this episode, or hold off. So we bring it to the big final, episode 11. Now, Alex, do some smart aggression. Don't take too many big risks. I know you're up against Jeff, and you got to be aggressive, but it's about staying alive and keeping playing and hoping he tops out. And if you play aggressive enough, he'll top out on 19. I mean, you guys are playing SPS, so maybe sneak a Vitz in there or something here and there, but get to a decider and be Mr. Clutch. And I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Oh, there you go. Perfect keys to victory from a max outer himself, Mr. Vince Clemente. I'm sure
That's
these
right.
guys will absolutely take that to heart without question.
Yeah, I'm no Mr. Bidwell, 500K wannabe,
Right. So these are actually legit keys to victory because you've actually had a few wins where Bidwell's like barely got any.
Yeah, what's he defeated? Lifetime.
I think he's like 2 and 107, something like that.
I love the guy.
Sometimes we do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I know if Bidwell was here, he'd be like, "Let's get the show on the road. Let's play," or whatever he would say. Got the cowbell ready, ready to go.
Indeed. Well, Vince is ready to go. So is Jeff on the left. You can see him right there. He's got the ready. Alex will be ready momentarily, getting that swig of green tea or water or whatever the hell he's drinking. But whatever it is will fuel him to victory. He has got the Hubbard 3. They have the SPS. They're going to play with the seed. The seed is 4EAD, like Anno Domini 89. Good year, right, Vince? 1989.
Yeah, I mean, Tetris came out that year for the NES, the one we're playing, so let's go. I mean, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And we are about to get underway here. T's and J's give us the seed. Pieces are perfect, so they know what they're doing. They're pros here, Vince. They know what they're doing.
I mean, these guys have been around for a long time now, and it's just really good to see them play, and still have the scene alive, and doing so well. So really excited to see this match. I mean, I don't commentate a lot, so this is like I said earlier, the most pro show I've ever been on.
Well, you're dealing with the best in the business, right? That's why you hired.
I know, man.
Why you hired me for this show?
The king of the restreams.
Oh, of course, yes. Everybody on Twitch loves it, but in YouTube you have to edit that out because they don't like that.
YouTube hates everyone, so it's not just you.
I appreciate that. Spread the love, I guess. Early days here, Alex in a bit of a pickle, but it's a organized pickle, basically. It's not anything too outrageous. And Vince, in last week's episode, we saw a lot of Alex really kind of going different wells, very Quaid-esque. And he's kind of starting off that way again, too, where he's just alternating between the different wells. Is that really showing you maybe a much different side of Alex than you've seen before? I mean, you watched him so many years at CTWC.
Oh yeah, I mean, Alex has been a great player. Second place twice at the main event. In 6 different years. I mean, a 6-year gap between 2011 and 17. So, I think that was, or 15, was it? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he's always kind of played a little risky. I think that maybe comes from his modern, Tetris that he plays, different, types of Tetris. So, I mean, that's my guess, but I mean, you'd have to ask him. But I would say that's what it's going on. Where you're building for T-spins, you see the board in a different, type of vision. So, rather than me and you, just playing one version of the game forever, When I play modern, I still stack like it's NES Tetris.
I mean, it's kind of hard to get away from that kind of mindset. And right now, Jeff playing with the left well solution. Obviously, you could see the difficulty of how it left well. He had a Z coming in. People maybe, for the first time say, oh, why couldn't he spin the Z? Well, that's one of the reasons why we don't play left well too often. It's because you can't spin that piece. There's a lot of spins that can't be done on the left side versus the right, which is kind of really came out. I guess a lot of that discussion. Now, Vince, of course, it's perfect that you're here tonight. You're getting to watch the OGs in action. But you have a lot of insight to kind of maybe give us, you were an executive on the film Ecstasy of Order, which for those of you that like to check it out, you can see Alex Kerr in his major motion picture debut, and he's in it, and it's available on Tubi still. I just watched it the other day. It was really great.
I mean, that's great. I mean, that means we got 2 cents or whatever Tubi gives. So, Alex with the panic there. But this will be fine. Let's get the J and get the sweet roof burn, huh? But that'll work.
Alex is safe at 186. Jeff at 173. Jeff with some push down going on. He's going to continue to go with his left well. There's a Tetris for him. And then he looks like he will now start to transfer that over. He's had enough of the left side. We'll see. Yeah, there's the long bar to transfer the well over nicely. 203 for Jeff, 212 for Alex. So this game is official. Very good start for both through the first 80 lines. So we're looking at potential here, Vince. Maybe a nice 450. If they can play very clean the rest of the way, could see a 500.
Pace isn't great, but yeah. You can still max out games like this, no problem. Especially these guys,
Of course.
Alex got to deal with that one little piece there. Okay. Long bar dependent now. Won't be a Tetris. Okay. Just takes the burn. This is when RNG likes to attack you personally, in these moments. Like, oh, you need this one exact piece,
Of course.
Not going to give it to you.
No, it won't be so kind at all, but that's okay. As you mentioned, they're pros. They've been at the pinnacle of this sport at the World Championships. Both are finalists. You mentioned Jeff, the 2016 finalist, and Alex, 2-time finalist, which was back in 2011, as you mentioned, and 2017 was the other one.
I mean, videos, including either of these players, I would guess there's probably 40, 50 million views in combined views on YouTube from them. So
wow,
that's pretty crazy. Like I think Alex has 2 of them or over like 10 million.
Wow.
So, I mean, people like watching these players.
Yeah, and as much as Bidwell and I have talked about before, you don't get to see too much of them these days. Obviously, Alex has been more favorable to playing at the live events. Jeff, at least, really a big proponent of a lot of the older players to come on and play in the online era. And I mean, there's a big argument there, and maybe it's not too much of an argument, but a lot of people would say Jeff, perhaps the best of the OGs of the online era. What do you think about that, Vince?
I mean, he's definitely put the time in and been there. Probably the most of all the OGs. So I would say, yeah, I mean, he's got to be, he's the king of Friday Night Friendlies, I don't know, the first one before March, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, all this online stuff has been incredible and, really helped the whole entire scene grow. And I think without it, we wouldn't have all, the players we have nowadays. Especially, the pandemic, I think a lot of different industries. Oh, Jeff tops out. Alex takes it. 420,
Yeah, you had a 420 when Jeff had topped out at 369. A couple of hay nows for both players. So, Alex, if you feel like you want to mull this out, feel free to go. But that's a great start for him to get on the board. Usually he doesn't get that first game, but that's a good sign for him. He's continuing the flow from last round. So nice job there, Alex. Again, if you'd like to mullen, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Mullening is approved.
Yeah, I gave Jeff some, $20 in the mail, so to do this. So. Yeah, good.
And actually, Reed is in the house. Says Qatar was robbed in those 2010 quals. Well, since we got the guy here that helped make that decision, we'll talk about that in the next game, of course. But in the meantime, we're going to increase the seed. We're going to go to 5F players. It'll be 5F. So please increment your seed so that we may continue playing on the same sequence for this one. They're saying it was a black game all around. Yeah, obviously, yeah, that's not the typical kind of transition. And again, key to victory that you had, Vince, 500K, 18 games, right? Well, he didn't get anywhere close to that.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, no 500K, you're gonna lose. Alex is gonna take it.
And I love the insight Alex is giving us here. Live insight update regarding the changing well positions. Going back to his roots here, Vince, in a way. Used to be a level 9 Andy. Wow.
I mean, we all started out on level 9. I played level 9, up until probably 2014 or something, Just get 500, almost 600K every day and die when you get to 19. Pretty ridiculous. What a waste of time,
Well, some things haven't changed for you, right? Still dying on level 19, so that's not much of a difference.
Hey, I've been playing good lately, man. I got my quick taps finally, so it's like
right.
I've been doing some stuff that I'm just like, I never thought was possible. So it's good to get the timing right and know when to do it, for me at least.
Oh, very nice. So I guess let's talk about what Reed had mentioned here in the chat about the decision for the film to go with that type of qual system with the B type and highest score in that realm. But how did that decision come about? Who kind of made the call for that, and what was the overall, I guess, reaction or sentiment from players as to that qual system back then?
I mean, great question from the audience. Good to see you, Reed. So yeah, 2010. It was a one-day event. We only had a certain amount of time, and we only had a certain amount of stations. I mean, I was going around town buying CRTs and had this, pyramid in my garage at the time. I'd go out once a day, go to one thrift store, and I could put like 3 or 4 in my car, and then I'd be like, all right, I did my job today, getting some CRTs, right? But the qualifying, yeah. So it was like we were like, oh, let's try B type. That way we can save on time, and it should be pretty relatively simple. No, there was no complaints about it. I personally didn't like it. And then we had like pay per attempts, which was more of like a style that the NWC used back in the day. So that was the reason for that, pay for attempts. I think you got like 5 or free with your entry fee of $10 to the heater. So then people, some people bought more. Alex bought more. People were giving Alex the ones that they didn't use. So it was really, it was there for the moment. But yeah, we definitely needed a 2-day tournament to expand to having, the games, the full game for a qualifier, which I was really happy that when we had the 2 days in 2012 that we could do that. But yeah, Alex was a little robbed, and it was a little, not as fun that it came down to push-down points. Exciting for the film. I'm glad that that's not how we do things anymore. There have been people asking to do kind of a qual like that at a live event. So maybe in the future we'll, just mimic CTWC 2010, And then 2011 we added a 100K bonus if you chose to start on level 19, which some people that didn't see that rule complained about. They got perfect scores on 18, but so you really only needed like 2 or 3 Tetrises on 19 to get more than the 167K you could get with perfect on 18. So that made sense and encouraged people to play 19 when no one really was that great at it.
Right. And obviously now times have changed that the meta may become it's just 19 starts in the quals anyway, because a lot of players were doing that last year at the live
Yeah.
event to kind of save time and get that number of max outs, which is very key. So I would assume that probably will happen again this year. You'll probably see a lot more 19 starts from your high level rollers just to push the boundaries to see how many they can get. I mean, we just had the UK guys there. They got 16 max outs was the high over there. I think the qual system was a little bit different, where basically it was a lot more time open that they've done before. But doing the math, we've come to figure out that you could potentially get 15 to 16 in that 2-hour time span. If you're playing 19, you're playing pretty much perfect every game. So it'll be very interesting to see how that works out this year. But I have to think that we'll continue to see the 19 starts and quals. They're here to stay at this point.
Oh yeah, and there's people out there that complain about the format, and that there's what's the tiebreaker going to be? Oh my God, it's not. We'll figure out something fair, and that's easy enough, right? So I'm not too worried about it. I mean, once we see 6 players get a perfect 15, which I think the math last year was if you start on 19, you basically save a minute or 2 minutes in the whole game. So it's not a huge deal, but yeah, you do get that one bonus game at the end. That then, as you saw, Fractal had maybe a minute or 2 left. He just started an 18 game. Doesn't matter at that point.
Right. What matters is the score here, Vince. We got 464 for Jev. He's about 12 lines ahead. He's been pushing down a lot in this one. Alex at 346. Going to be down about 140,000 points, but he's also 13 lines down. So something to take into consideration as this one continues. We got
Jeff's going to get his 500 here,
There you go. He's listening to you, Vince. He's listening.
I know. I mean, Jeff whooped me on your show, but I took 1 win off of him when I had to chase down, so I could say at least I got 1 win off Jeff. So
You did, yes. And then you did caca the rest, but that's okay.
Yeah, definitely caca the rest.
Right now, just trying to figure out how to get out of this dig. He's at 544, stalling a little bit. Alex, 3 more lines left to go. He's trying to see if he can get 1 more to get to 400K. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. He'll double in at 385, so not a good transition. And a mischop already starting on this level 19. Let's see how Alex works. Oh, man, a bit of a hanger-ring J. Going to cause some fits. That left side going to be very difficult.
Nice long bar. We need the L here.
You can't quick tap the Z.
We need the L and S,
Yeah. You need a lot more than that, and that's going to be it. Alex, you're finished.
All right.
Alex finished at 389. Jeff at 613. Again, Mullen optional. So feel free to do that if you'd like. Otherwise, if you want to top out, then you may do so, and we'll go right to game number 3. So
yeah, Jeff, 200K in the lead at the end there. It's tough. That's a hard chase down, for anyone. But, ooh, no, it's gonna be oh no. Oh man. GG's Jeff. GG's Alex. They tie it up.
that's a good tie here to start. They both split the first 2. And we'll increment the seed. We're at 5F. We're going to go to 6-0. Good old 60 players. We'll go to number 60 as your incremented seed.
It's nice to see Burrito Dad in the chat, my professional restreamer.
And he brought out a name in the chat here. We'll talk about that guy in a minute. They're ready to go. Vince, please count them down for game number 3.
3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yes. I think I'm supposed to do that on this channel, right? You gotta have the Tang echo.
Yeah, I feel like that's a his thing, right? I never want to try to steal somebody's other gimmick, meanwhile everybody else is stealing mine. That's okay.
Yeah. You got anything copyrighted or anything like that, King? Ooh, can you copyright stuff like that?
Maybe. I think if I have to copyright it with 7 oohs, then I think I'm okay, but I think it's 6. Somebody else might have that.
I don't think you're getting Hey Now.
Oh, definitely not that one, yeah. Got a raid from Ian Keith, party of 20. Thank you so much. Everybody come on in and watch. We are getting into game number 3 of the best of 99. It's your favorites, Alex and Jeff, back at it. Big round number 8 for those that are just joining. Alex looking to try to tie up the sets, go 4-4 overall in the 8 rounds. Jeff's magic number to win the best of 99 in the games portion is down to 7 with the game number 2 victory he just took. So he potentially could do it tonight.
Ooh, baby. Yeah.
Now, I'd like to talk about real quick, as Burrito, you mentioned Burrito Dad, good guy right there. Is always
Oh yeah.
big supporter of things going on in Classic Tetris. Brought up the name Bucco. Mr.
yeah.
Matthew James Bucco. And he also was in the film of the Ecstasy of Order. How did that come about where you got, the film centered around a group of players that had world records or, had great achievements in Tetris. How did you end up finding Bucco to be part of this film?
I mean, it's just everyone already knew who he was, right? He came to us, No, true story is there was like, I don't know, some type of Kickstarter thing, and he put a little bit of money into the Kickstarter, and then he came to the event on top of that, and then he qualified. So same kind of deal with Trey. Like Trey, gave money to the original film and then came to the tournament. So happened to be, where Trey lives, so that's kind of how Trey got involved too. And Trey brought Alex on board, I believe. So that's, all history right here. Then Jeff sees the film years down the road and joins the party, So that was back when we would get, maybe 1 or 2 more new players a year. So now, whatever it is, 1,000 every year, or 1 million.
Basically.
And everyone can roll, so it's, except for us.
Why is everybody rolling these days? I gotta play. You gotta play with the D-pad. You press it down.
I ain't going to lose.
Nah,
Come on.
I'm not.
Come on.
I'm not
Come
doing
on,
that. Oof. Alex not liking that impression of Books. Board is getting a little spicy there. Alex gonna have to try to figure this out as quickly as possible.
All right, we can't distract Alex. We need him.
He's getting the right pieces though here, Vince. He's bringing it down like a true pro.
Perfect J.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Alex steadies the waters there.
You gotta hate when you get the long bar and you have to put it right above the hole.
Yes.
It's like, you do it, but it's a terrible feeling,
Yeah, what was a good feeling is that adjustment by Alex. That was so smart on his part. He saw the long bar coming, makes the adjustment to set up the Tetris instead of trying to burn the triple. And he's going to go that way again. He's going to play one off the bottom. As mentioned, he said he's going back to his roots. Level 9 Andy, he called himself. And he's going with any well. Meanwhile, Jeff in trouble. He too up a little high. He's going to need some excellent pieces. Game is feeding him. It's giving him the right pieces. He opens well. Here comes the Lombard. Bang! Tetris. Or I guess we should say it here on this channel. Boom! There it is for him.
Oh, man, I was being a bad commentator and watching the stream. So, apologies if all my stuff was behind there.
Well, that's okay. It's basically like dealing with Bidwell anyway. So.
Oh, man. I mean, does he stand all the time? I don't know.
He probably is, yes. 385 for Jeff, 332 for Alex Kerr. He has weathered the storm. Nicely done. Another feisty game, number 3, happening here. Players have been kind of trading shots against each other. Jeff losing the first one. Kind of did not listen to Vince and did not get that 500K on 18. So he had an early top out on 19. Game number 2. Jeff coming back strong with the 500K. And he got a win, just like Vince said. So clearly Vince knows the keys to victory. Excellent.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of time writing those. And,
yeah, no, I know you did. Because you also had to analyze the game film to see what these guys were doing wrong. And
I mean, I've been here, I've watched every episode. So,
yeah. So you know exactly what they need to do.
Oh, yeah. Been watching that for years, Like, I guess this will be the 14th year I see Alex play at a tournament, which is pretty crazy to think about, He's one of the the remaining, people that have gone to every single one. So I think there's only like, 6 of us at this point. So it's a exclusive list.
It is. Yeah, it's an outstanding achievement. Much as we have a transition on Jeff's side, he has gotten another 500K transition. So
he got the 500. Yeah.
Yep. So he is certainly doing his part right now. Alex, 5 lines away at 440, will not be able to overtake at the transition score, but certainly can play some really nice 19. He's got a clean board here, looking to set up for one last Tetris, and the Lombard will come, and he hits it. 486 is the transition for Alex, so he's going to be about, in the pace-wise, about 2.5 Tetrises behind Jeff at the transition.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, Jeff, making us do math with the push downs, I think it's a little bit of a troll move by him, but, we'll take it.
We'll take us that excellent score. Beautiful adjustments here from Kataru. take the triple for safety because the lumbar comes way too early. 542 for Alex, 643 for Jeff. It is 100,000 points difference, but the pace in Alex's favor, he can certainly make it up with some good 19 play.
Yeah, you got to play smart. You got to hope Jeff tops out here soon. I mean, we still can play smart for a couple levels and, you know, take the right burn, stay alive. But, you know, at some point you got to step on the pedal, you know.
Oof.
Good. Didn't have dash for the square.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Nice, Alex.
What a quick tap. Oh, what a move by Alex there. Oh, but he's going to misdrop.
Oh.
He misdropped the L piece. He had it going perfectly. He misdropped it. And that is all she wrote. Finished at 553. Oh, a little bit of an early shift there. He had the L, and he was trying to get ready for the next piece. Excellent quick taps before that. But not going to work.
The game gave him what he needed, and you just, you know, this one was just a misdrop there, and then you misdrop one thing, and then you don't know what to do with the next one because your brain already, you know, has made the decision what to do. So
exactly,
you can't just whip it over with some tapping or rolling, whatever, you know. So.
Yeah, originally he had a square that was coming perfectly to fix that left side, and he didn't have the dash for it because he had to make an adjustment before. So he was kind of waiting out to see what would come next, and as you mentioned, Vince, the pieces came, just the one mistake. That's
the
always
quick tap of the J to the left, that was clutch, you know. I mean,
really
the square was perfect, but, you know, good recognition not to try and totally screw up, you know. So the aggression was on point there.
It was on point, and what will be on point is game number 4. Go to number 71, seat 71, folks. If you're playing along there, you can join the players and do that. They've already done their part. So, Vince, you can do yours. Count them down for the 4th one.
3, 2, 1, Tetris. You know, we're perfect 3 for 3. Got all 3 games counting, you know. Feeling good.
I mean, you're here, so of course it's gonna go well. Yes, these guys know. Oh, it's Vince. Vince is on tonight. We gotta put on a show. No duds here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always watching, you know. So.
Right, but I think it's more of an overbearing presence of you being here live and just watching in the chat and commentating what these guys are doing. So
yeah,
it could be a little jarring, right? It could be, you know, what do we call it? Starstruck. They could be a little starstruck.
I mean, I'm still learning the ropes of how to commentate like you know. I kind of just talking to you, so it's, you know, we're having fun. But I usually let whoever else wants to do it, you know, do the job. But it's an honor to be here, honor to commentate these guys. I don't know if I've commentated a match from either of them ever, you know. So
well, now
a lot of baby's first moments, you know, here going on.
You're making history here. Making history.
Yeah. I'm not. It's you, man.
And Ninja, of course, making a great astute point there that you are the Silver Bracket Desert Regional Champion. Of course, I'm sitting here with a champion.
Yeah, you know, I rigged it on purpose, but that's fine. Yeah, no, it's a thrill. You know, I got to play Ditch Shadow, which we talked beforehand, and he had, you know, 2 max outs. I have 3, so I was like, yeah, this is actually gonna. And he's a tapper, so I was like, oh, we're gonna actually, you know, have a good battle here. And, you know, silver, you know, nothing's on the line, so definitely fine taking that, you know, especially when you have good competition like that. So
of course,
you know, man wins own tournament, you know, local paper throws parade, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's been a whirlwind for me, you know.
I'm sure you're on all the networks, right? KTLA, right? You were on KTLA recently, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, the hurricane kind of, you know, distracted everyone from my big achievement, but you know, maybe next time.
Of course, yeah, I'm sure you'll win another one very soon. Right now, we're all winning as fans because we have a good game so far. 199 for Jeb, 186 out of Tetris to go to 219 for Alex.
Yeah,
looking really sharp.
Yeah, I like that move by Alex. Don't ruin your stack, but just put it over there and burn it down. Hope you don't get any other awful pieces, you know.
And Burrito Dad in the chat. Vince, can you confirm or deny this, that you ate all the 5-layer dip at your own party before people could even snag some? Not true.
I mean, yeah, throwing a hurricane party, you got to make sure the dip's good, and then, you know, if there's a hurricane, people show up late. I mean, it's their fault not being on time. So sorry, you know, we advertised the dip, but you know, it's gone.
Well, there you go.
What can I say? I mean, Alex misses the tuck. Yeah, I think I'll take the blame for that one, Alex. I think I saw him laugh.
Alex is very upset that you're eating all the dip. You didn't save anything for anybody,
Yeah.
so he knows. He knows to make sure to get the dip at CTWC before you get there. I understand.
You know, funny enough, I know you love those taquitos that the 7-Eleven rollers, provide. It was pretty funny up in Phoenix. You know, Barrett, me and him drove up together, and Steve, Lola, and AMJ took a separate car. But every time we went to a gas station, Barrett, was like, "There's nothing on the rollers here," and he was pretty upset. So I don't know. You might have some competition at main event, so you might want to get to 7-Eleven a little earlier than your usual time, King.
I don't know if there's any 7-Elevens out there. I've been looking, and I don't think I've ever seen one out in Portland. But I'll Google it next time. When we get there in October, yeah, we're just less than 2 months away, Vince, from the World Championships, man. And I'm very excited. See, he's got the countdown already. 7 weeks and counting.
I mean, that's a guess. It's like 7 or 8, right?
Well, yes. And we're hoping to see that man on the right over there appearing at the CTWC, as Vince mentioned. He's been there pretty much every year.
Not pretty much. He's been there every year.
Well, there you go. He's been there every year. And why would you want to break the streak there? Man on the left, they're unsure what his situation may be. Obviously, we'll ask players at the end of the series what their plans are. And hopefully we could see everybody there, right? But I think at the end of the day, we want to see everybody.
I agree. I mean, that's why I don't know if you were talking about what we're trying to plan here last week. Did you mention kind of what we were doing on maybe Saturday night?
Yeah, we kind of talked about, but you're the man here, so why don't you just throw it out there for everybody that might not have heard?
Yeah, so we're kind of trying to plan something for the Saturday evening after the qualifying or after the bracket play gets down. We usually get done a little early, and kind of a way to inspire some of the OG players to come. We started this idea of why don't we just have an OG type bracket of who's there. You have to be 30 plus years old, and rumor has it, Harry Hong might be the one commentating it. Maybe he'll surprise play in it. So he's told his Twitch stream that he's coming. Look, Jeff already on level 20. Alex still on 18.
Well, I mean that's pretty typical. It's pretty typical gameplay from both of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No surprises here, but here we go. We got a Tetris for Alex, as Vince kind of give you some info on stuff behind the scenes for CTWC that we have planned, which is very excellent. I'm sure we'll talk about that more tonight, but we'll focus on this game. It is spicy right now, Vince. Good stuff coming from both.
Oh man, love a good spicy game. Get out the bean dip.
Oh yeah. Watch out, Burrito Dad will probably throw himself on there right away.
We gotta get Burrito Dad out to the main event.
Yeah.
So we got Jeff with like an 80k lead here, but 15 lines ahead. I mean, pretty much neck and neck. I don't know.
Oh well, I'm so glad you kind of segued there.
Yeah.
Vince, you're such a good producer, man. That's why you're an executive producer for the Ecstasy of Order. Of course, you ever watched the Palindromus? Vince's name is above the title like that too. But he knows it's a neck alert in the case of a pace situation. Dirty Tetris for Boom Tetris for Jev. He goes to 774. Alex Kataru Kerr at 665. He's 2 levels behind. But this one certainly could come down to the wire when we see it. Alex with the skim of the Z, the long bar engage, and the Tetris to follow. 695 for the Grandmaster. 8-7.
Perfect pieces for Jeff there. That was getting good, real spicy.
It really was.
Get that L,
But that's why he is Boom Tetris to Jev. This man has taken his game to the highest of levels. He's played with the best in the world. He knows what he's got to do. And a long bar engage. Another Tetris 850 for him on 26. Alex on 24 at 737. Wanting some help here. He's going to have to use the long bar to get out of the situation. What a delayed burn setup for him. Give him the bar, right, Vince?
Oh, man, let's see it. I mean, he didn't put that 1S where the bar comes too late, where, people might typically put it. Oh, this is going to be tough.
A major problem here. He
boy.
thought the burn. I think he thought that was going to
Man.
burn on the right. That's why he plugged up the hole over there. He thought it was probably going to burn. Did not open the hole. Throws the long bar to the right and the left. Cannot get any
Man,
higher.
Jeff about to max out. Gets the perfect square to tuck, and I mean the game is just providing for Jeff at this point. You know, like what do you need? You know.
Oh!
Come to CTWC. You know. Oh my God, he's not gonna be able to do it. Oh jeez.
Oh, if
Set up for the Tetris. There's no way.
Oh, man. He almost set up for the dirty Tetris on the left, but that's way too high. I've seen him do amazing quick taps, but that one just way too high. And at 967, the max out unfortunately choked. But at the end of the day, Vince, he gets the win, and it goes to 3-1 in his favor. GG's.
GG's. I mean, is that even possible? That was 10 high on the left there. Is that like one frame chance or something, or impossible?
It's pretty much impossible with Das. He would have needed to hyper tap to get that over.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right. So we go to 82 now. Will be the new seed, number 82. Really nice game from both there, Vince. That was very exciting.
I mean, just a couple weird pieces for Alex there, and then it not resolving fast enough. You know, Jeff though, you know, anytime he needed pieces, you know, you got that double L at that one situation, which was, you know, exactly what he needed to stay alive. So, good. Anyone's game, you know, that's why we play.
That's why we play the games. We're gonna count them down. It's game number 5, starting up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. There you go.
I mean, well, we're perfect 4 for 4 here, you know, on games here. So
and they were almost perfect in the start, but then you saw Alex with a cheeky tuck situation that he set up for himself. Jeff kind of went traditional, doesn't kind of play around with those neat tuck setups.
I mean, yeah, that's just Alex having fun, you know. I mean, he plays all the different modes of the game, you know, the secret grade stuff like that. So, look at this T setup,
Yeah,
T-spin setup. You know, unnecessary at that moment. Probably could have done something else, but it's like, I'll do a T-spin. It's more fun.
Yeah.
So he's having a good time.
And there we go. The T-spin once again. Gonna go for the nice double, and the long bar will come with a J to fix, and he is fine. 52,000 for him, 74,000 for Jeff in the early days of this one, as both try to get to the threshold.
Yeah, good moves by Alex to not get greedy there and go for the center well, dirty center well there. So, ooh.
Yeah.
Have you ever done one of those like crazy J tucks, 2 underneath, like that?
I have not been. Actually, yes, I have. Once or twice, I think I've been able to do that. So. It's been it's an interesting tuck to do. It's one that, like, I'll probably get 1 out of 100 to make work, but
yeah.
It looks pretty. It feels good.
I set it up on purpose in a match the other day and missed it. So I was like, I saw the J or whatever was next, and I was like, I'm gonna go for this weird move. So Jeff getting up high.
Yeah, this one looks like it might be a dud for Jeff, but he's over the threshold. And he's going to be
Alex,
done.
You need it. Oh, man. Alex does it in style.
Alex doing it the Buko way with a Tetris. And Alex is going to get a gift. Unfortunately, Jeff has a bad early top out at 129 through 35 lines. Your 174 is more than enough. I doubt we'll see a mulligan here.
Don't you have, like, those weird sound bites you play in these situations, you know?
Well, of course, you know, Vince, last name is Clemente, but he's in my ear and he sounds like a Vince McMahon. So, your wish is my command. And yes, we do have a soundbite. One that Jeff loves. He told me he loves this soundbite because he's best friends with Martz. And anybody that loves Martz knows exactly when you have a top out like that, it can be a little stinky. Oh no, I'm going to let it go, man. It's going to come out. Oh no, Kingsman. Yep, indeed. No, Kingsman. Oh, Mr. Kingsman, that was a stinky from Jeff. Oh, Jeff, what happened to you, man? I can't believe you top out like me. I could have even beaten your score.
Oh, man, I love it.
And you know what I love here, Vince? That this match is actually, we're going very quickly. This has been a very quick series, since there's no early top outs, we're already here on game number 5, which means it's halftime for our players. So players, you know what to do. 2-minute break. Well, I mean, there's music playing anyway, but we got a 2-minute break, folks. You got a 2-minute break, so go do your fingers, go to the restroom, grab yourself a drink to rehydrate, as we're about to take about a 60-second ad break here. But as always, if you want to avoid getting those ads, get the subscriptions going in the chat right now. All you gotta do is just hit a button. If you're on the desktop, it's right there in front of you. Just hit that subscribe button for $4.99. Only less than $5. It's not even $5, right, Vince? $4.99. Save the penny. Get a subscription, and you get all those fantastic emotes that are on this channel. You can use them all over Twitch to show and gloat to people that, hey, I got a cool emote, man. I got a Ben Mullen spinning his face all over the place. I've got Chris Bidwell crying like a big baby on the biggest stage at
biggest baby
at a world championship. Spread them all over. Even clap. I love the Kingsman one, right, Vince? You got that king with a cool shade, just kind of vibing to the music. That's so good.
Oh man, yeah. Burrito Dad, the creator of the King vibe,
Of course. So why don't you go do it right now before time is too late? But for those of you that have a subscription, as mentioned before, what we kind of do is a little kind of fun little thing just for subs only, where you get to hear a nice story being told by our guests. Usually we have Chris Bidwell telling you stories from things that happened back in 1994. And then we have Ben Mullen talk about stuff that happened back at the Executive Order. Now we have the man that helped produce the Executive Order. It's Vince Clemente, and I'm sure people want to know, Vince, the story basically came down to Ben Mullen really being that guy, the focal point, because he was the world record holder. When did you really start to see things change, the narrative become more the Jonas and Harry show? Was it at the tournament, or was there something else going on behind the scenes that we don't know? Vince will tell you the story during this ad break. Go ahead, Vincenzo, tell the world.
I mean, the vibe was there. You kind of there was an after party that was, or pre-party in Laguna Beach, and everybody came. Thor's there playing. Thor sets the Tengen world record there, but Jonas and Harry are there. They're watching each other play. They're feeling it out. It pretty much became clear pretty quickly that it was going to be the two of them in the finals. People were kind of intimidated by Thor, but he didn't really play a lot. So the other guys had put the time in. So I really was like, oh, those guys are going to be the two guys. And even before Ben Mullen, Alex, and all of them, and all the other players that were part of the film came in, it was just going to be a movie about Harry versus Jonas in that same theater. So it kind of ended up being the same thing anyway, but then, the qualifying hype and stuff like that, which the qualifying that year, there was 5 people that got granted, into the top 8, and the 3 were fought for, and those 5 were, I was like, because Adam wanted to do that, because he was directing the film, I was directing the tournament, it's like, you got to give me a reason why these 5 people are making it in. We have to have qualifying. So qualifying, wasn't going to exist at all. General public wasn't going to be able to play. So it was just, you had to have a world record or be a champion. So Thor and Ben and Jesse had the Lions world record, and Harry and Jonas were 2 of the first people to max out, or the only 2 at that time, besides Thor claiming and whoever else. So there you have it. Was that 60 seconds? Did I nail it?
You're an absolute pro. You're an absolute pro. That's what we do. And you did an excellent job there. What a shock.
Yeah.
What a great story there. So if you wanted to hear that insight, well, that's why you got to be a sub to this channel, so you can avoid those ads. You get the full story from Vince. Otherwise, hey, go back and watch the VOD. Or if you're on YouTube, well, then you got lucky. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel, because you need to hear all this content week in and week out as we continue on in the best of 99. I think players are just about ready to go. They should have incremented the seed. I'm going to double check, because I don't know if I incremented it correctly. I did not. So it is number 93. Seed will be 93. Yeah. Well, sorry. I was so what do you call it?
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Kidding. You aren't kidding at all. I was so ingrained in your story that you told that I didn't know I didn't know how else to handle it.
Chris Bidwell's crying somewhere.
Jeff says he would like to increment again. What happened, sir? Did you accidentally play, because let's be honest, you're not going to remember any of those pieces. Okay, well, you're not going to remember those pieces. Trust me, you will not remember any of those pieces. It's fine.
I mean, Jeff's trying to be as fair as possible. Gotta appreciate the gamesmanship there. You know, the honesty. So
I understand that, but all right. Let me see. Where are we at here? Did Jeff increment? I'll go with what Alex has. Jeff is on 93. Alex is on 93. We're gonna stick with 93, Jeff. We'll stick with 93. It's fine, sir. If you need a 20-line advantage, then be it. So be it. We're ready for the second half. Go ahead, Vince. Count down for the second half.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And go ahead, Vince. You have a question? Yes.
Oh, yeah, question for the king. Is this whole thing rigged or what? I mean, I don't know. Talking about 93, playing it before the match started. You know, what's the deal?
We're on seed.
And
seed
just starts on 19. What a pro!
Oh my god.
Gosh. All right, that doesn't count. All right, he's in the lead 1 point. Okay, Alex wins that one.
There you go.
But it doesn't count. All right, that doesn't ruin our. Okay. Oh, he's just going for it. Oh,
And
Alex is topping out now.
Yeah, Alex is
So
topping. That's fine.
I blew it. Now I blew it. You know.
All right, players. Let's have a top out. We'll redo this one. Let's have a top out here. We're having a good time. Everybody's laughing. Alex like, no, that counts, man.
I mean, you know, you got to appreciate Jeff not getting the perfect 0 there. He got the 1 point. So
He did. All right, so play, Jeff, you have a good top out. Let's top out. We'll restart. Let's do this correctly. I'm actually gonna give both players a refresh. Might be a little bit lagged.
Was it secret stuff?
That
Oh my
was
God.
that was
Oh my gosh.
that was a faux pas there. You're gonna have to edit that out later, Vince. Apologies. That was supposed to be studio mode, and literally
Oof.
I messed that up.
Man.
I got to refresh on players real quick. So players, we're going to increment the seed. You can go ahead and do that now. We got to refresh on Mr. Jeffrey Moore.
King, you're making me do extra work. Oh my God.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. Well, you got to blame Jeff on this one. This is his fault.
I don't.
He started twice on the same piece, same seed, and then he started on level 19. I mean, come on now.
I don't know who to blame here. You know, tournament's canceled. You know.
Whatever you do, don't blame Alex. It's not his fault.
No, Alex is fine. Yeah.
All right, so the seed players will be A4. We're going to go A4, so if you can increment your seed to A4 if you haven't done so already, we'll do that since we've already played 93 like 8 times. So A4 will be the seed. Going to verify one last time. Players are ready to go, but let me just verify. We have an A4, and we have an A4. Vince can see that. He confirmed it, and then you can count it down. Go right ahead, sir.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
I like that Alex said A4 paper.
Oh man,
You're a paper
Yes.
nerd like
Yeah.
myself, then you would know that, yes.
it's like the number one size, right?
It is-
standard
the
8 and a
standard-
half, 11.
That is correct, yeah. Nice bright white.
Oh my God.
Got a 20-pound ream. That's the best.
Oof. I mean, now we're talking.
Yeah, man. W.B. Mason
Don't
all
get
the
all
way.
the paper fans out there too excited. You
Well,
know?
you know. I'm sure there are a bunch here on YouTube. And actually, maybe we get a fan excited here because there was a question much earlier in the chat. The chat here on Twitch are so good. They do a great job. They answered the question already.
yeah.
But we want to hear it from the organizer himself, Mr. Vince Clemente. Vince, Emily Leia was in the chat earlier, probably still here anyway, mentioned, is CTWC open for everybody, like viewers and fans to come and watch, or is it a closed tournament? And I'm sure you're the best person to answer that, of course.
Oh man, great question, Emily. I mean, come on, you know, follow the call. You know, everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome to play. You know, we're hoping to add, you know, side events in the future. I mean, it's been, you know, with the, you know, giant influx of players, it's been really hard at the main event. So, you know, some of the regional events, I really like the regional events and going to them personally. It gives me more time to talk to players and, you know, spend more time with each person rather than, you know, a couple seconds here or there. Because we're all running around at main event. So, yeah, everyone's welcome to play. That's why we have qualifying. You just got to come, show up, and play. We have a silver bracket, so kind of gives you a chance. If you know you're not the world's best player, but you'll be in a competitive bracket, which is a lot more fun. And you were part of that last year, and I mean, you the party was over there. People are taking the gold bracket seriously, so I think the silver bracket has a lot of charm and enjoyment to it. I mean, I was in the silver bracket. I lost. A lot of fun to my man from Poland, Milchuk Zombek. You know, so it was an honor to lose to him. He came all the way out.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun. So yeah.
That's very nice of you. I mean, you blew that. You got reverse swept. So
Hey, I'll take it.
it's fine. I mean, listen, you sacrificed that to become the silver champion of the Desert Regional. So I think that's a good win.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the right moment. You know.
And Emily said that it's from Texas, so missed out on the events from Lone Star and Waco that happened earlier in the year. So yeah, if you can make it out to Portland again, as Vince mentioned, if you want to compete, then that's fine. You know, as he mentioned, everybody is all more than welcome. If you just want to hang out and watch the show, then that is excellent too. We want fans to be there. There'll be some merch, right, Vince, so people can pick up some souvenirs.
Yeah, we're working on merch right now. I mean, deadline for that's coming up. Really excited. New shirt design is, we're gonna leak it here soon. Maybe get some pre-orders going, or people can buy it on the internet. I'm really excited about this year's shirt design and this year in general. I think, there's gonna be a big shift of everything. So I'm excited.
I am too. Yes, I'm very excited to be there and make fun of Bidwell all weekend long.
Oh man, it's easy. It's easy pickings, but. Yeah, Emily, come on out. I mean, you're kind of in the zone where the best players live, so yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, King. Neck and neck alert,
Yes, thank you. Producer Vince, neck and neck alert. So let's get the two greatest necks of all time. It is Boom Tetris Jeff and Alex Kataru Kerr. They're going at it here. It is the best of 99. It is season 3. We've had 2 previous seasons. The first season now on this channel. We've had the prior seasons. First season was Louis Scooey and Ben Mullen, the innovators of the Best of 99 Summer Series. And then we did it big last year. Ben Mullen and Jeff went toe-to-toe, 2 iconic players. And we've upped the ante this year, Vince. It is Jeff and Alex. It's been a great series overall, I have to say. This has been a lot of fun. And even though the games kind of dictate, Jeff has been dominant in that regard. Alex has really come on strong the last couple of weeks now. He's made it a series, and as mentioned, the sets, he's right up there. That if he can pull it out tonight, he'll even the sets, and it'll come down to like a best of 3 over the last 3 weeks to see who will win the overall sets game.
Yeah, I mean, it's anyone's game, right? So what's the overall match number at? Obviously, Jeff's magic number is now 5, right? So
Jeff is down to 5. So currently, we were coming into this one. We were playing games 64 to 72. So by the time we end this night, we'll be at 72 completed games. So technically, this is game number 69.
45 to 15, whatever that is. No.
It is 45 to 23.
23. Yeah, there you go.
And this is game, as mentioned, this is game number 69 right now.
Alex is a great competitor. Kind of like, the early days where Jonas would just play. Got that T problem for Alex.
Yeah, he kind of
This
just.
is easy. He's burning it down.
Yeah, he kind of used that as like a hold for where he didn't have anywhere else, or he just couldn't even get it over. But look at this. It's working out for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would have liked the S better, but that T will be sufficient. 410 for him, 503 for Jeff. Jeff's already on level 20. He's on a blue color. Alex is still on the good red, white, and blue of the USA. He'll take the triple. And we're off to the races. Alex looking to tie up the set right now. But not a good start on the 19 for him.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get anything over there. Oh, no.
That'll do it. 418.
It all started with that nasty T piece,
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just kind of hanging around there, and it's like a eyesore, and you're like, man, that's gonna come back to bite. He did eventually take care of the situation, but it's just once he got into 19, just was not ready, and he's finished. So, Jeff, you are good at 574 again, mullening at the discretion of the player. So, if you like to continue on, try to max out, absolutely can do it. Otherwise, you are free to top out. But I'm awarding you your game there.
Stop out. I mean,
he doesn't want to be here all night either.
I mean, he didn't get the 500 there, but I think it was like a 480 or something.
Close enough.
Yeah, we'll count.
All right, players, we will increment now to B5 for this game number 7 coming up. Jeff with the lead 4-2. So one more game victory for Jeff tonight. He will win the set and be coming closer. He will not be able to win overall tonight.
Yeah, so we're looking at the magic number is now gone. Alex got 2, so next week we have to wait for next week to see if he does it, or Alex goes on an absolute tear to end it all. That I want to see that too.
Well, Ben last year when Jeff was cruising towards the end, Ben said, "I'm gonna win every single game because I don't want Jeff to beat my overall win record." Because Ben finished with Louis. I believe it was 63-36 was the final score. And actually, let me get these players going. They have the correct seed, B5, and they're ready to go. Vince, count them down, and I'll continue the story.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So, again, Ben had said, well, Jeff is killing me. I know he's going to win the series. It's fine, but I'm not going to let him break my 63 wins. I'm going to make sure I win every single game going forward. And the next game after that, he topped out early, and Jeff won the series. So, Jeff, I believe, finished 65-34 last season. So he is currently the record holder of the best of 99. 65 wins is the tops currently right now, and I'm sure he's probably going to look to try to equal that, or maybe even try to break it. He can still do so.
Yeah, we love records around here, So just keep making them up, Here.
Of course, Jeff laughing because he remembers, oh yeah, I did beat the crap out of Ben Mullen. It was great.
Alex in the line lead here. He's like throwing Jeff's style at him, Keep distracting Jeff, King.
Yeah. I mean, we could always do some Mart's impressions, but I don't know how YouTube feels about that yet.
I hate it. Guaranteed hate over there.
Oh, Monsieur.
It's on YouTube.
Monsieur Clemente, why do they hate impressions or they hate the Kingsman? The Kingsman's the best commentator in the world, man. I don't understand.
Like that move by Alex, not wasting a burn, but yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We gotta get Martz on more comms, gotta get more of the accent there. Because he does a great job, and he's putting together, an online Canada event this year. So him and Pumpy are running that one, so excited to see what happens there.
Yeah, that'll be very nice. I know Martz is very big, trying to get events going on. Man is always never decline, never refuse.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice to see that. So we'll see when that happens. I think that's usually sometime in September. So we got a couple events going on in September, Vince. So it seems like Canada probably going to be happening, and I know we have Iberia will be happening as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a whole bunch. Sometimes I lose track. But I got to look at the master list. But yeah, we keep going to the regional events is a lot of fun. Yeah, if you want to get your CTWC feelings on and see what an event's like before you go to the main event, get your footing and compete. I mean, IRL events are way different in comparison to playing online. So if you're a competitor or player, it's always a bunch of fun. It's not just about the competition. It's more about the the hangs with people. Where are we going to dinner is always a big problem. So
right, exactly.
But
for those of you that are, watching along, or maybe if you're living in the Northeast region here of the United States, we have one happening this weekend. I'll be in Hartford, Connecticut with Chris Bidwell. He'll be joining me there as we will be hosting the Northeast Regional event, Hartford, Connecticut, at the Connecticut Convention Center. A lot of big names looking to be there. The biggest name, the favorite perhaps to win, young roller by the name of Noah Dang. He's the next big thing, Vince. You've seen him play.
Oh, God, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's currently the favorite to win. We're going to see some Hydrant Dude. There might be some Hufflepuff sighting. And a cast of many other characters that we'll be seeing there. And the biggest highlight for me, Vince, is that I'm glad we worked it out, but we're going to have a living legend hanging out with us, commentating to see the new era.
I'm incredibly jealous of what you guys are going to get to do there. So, yeah. Terry Lee Torok, the creator of Boom Tetris for whoever,
Right.
or I don't think he did the. I think he would just what was it? He would just say Boom Tetris.
He did
Like,
say boom.
Thor's having a great time here. Boom Tetris. He wouldn't say the name, so maybe that's how Chris kind of made it his own. Perfect clear here for Alex.
Yep. What a shot.
It's always fun. But yeah, the creator of using the word boom followed by a Tetris.
Correct. The inspiration, the inspiration for Chris Tang to come up with that amazing play call that everybody knows and is in mainstream media, So he'll be there. Terry Lee Torok will be hanging out with us, and we'll get some interview time with him for a little bit. And the plan is that he will be commentating the final. So I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, and hopefully he's wearing his cummerbund. I doubt it. I had the pleasure of interviewing a couple of years back. Kind of for like we would have Alexei or Heather the one year gave like a nice speech before the finals. But I got to spend an hour and a half talking to Terry Lee Torok, not just about like here make a video for our finals and welcome everyone to the finals when it was online, but more of like from the collecting standpoint, and talked about the NWC event, and it was just a lot of fun. I mean, I have the footage. I've never posted it anywhere. Alex in a lot of trouble here. Oh no. Oh geez.
And that was kind of a car crash waiting to happen.
Yeah.
That never got anywhere. Alex was kind of trying to figure out how can he play with the different wells, trying to play up on a couple of rows, and it just all crumbled apart. Never got comfortable. It's finished in the 300s. I don't even need to see the score. Jeff, you are good again at 509. More than enough to take it.
And Alex succumbs to like one misdrop that just confuses you.
Yeah, there's not much you could do there.
Like your whole plan changes.
Yeah, they were neck and neck for a while, as Vince was kind of telling us that great story, but it just seemed like it just could never really recover. So Jeff has won the night. He will take the set. So overall sets go to his favor now. It'll be 5-3. So Vince, we still got games to play, but next week is a huge round number 9. Jeff could close it out next week.
Yeah, he could end, both the match play and the overall wins playing next week, right? Because Alex basically has to win the weeks out.
He will have to win the weeks out at this point. Yep. The players will go to seed number 6. C6 is the new seed. You may increment that. We're about to play game number 8, which is also game number 71 in the total series. And they are ready to go. Vince, the honors is counting down for this one.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So as Vince mentioned, living legend Terry Lee Torok will be at Hartford, Connecticut. We're going to get some time with him towards the end, and he'll be commentating the finals with us. That's current plan right now. And I'm very excited. So make sure you tune in to this channel. We'll have that live for you on Saturday, August the 26th from the Hartford Convention Center. And if you can join us there, the Connecticut Convention Center, because there is actually a Hartford Convention Center, a different thing. The Connecticut Convention Center, don't go to the wrong one. So you can go over there and get more information. It's retroworldexpo.com. You can get the information on how to get the admission fee and join the Tetris if you want to compete and all that stuff. We are, as Vince mentioned, open to all skill levels.
Yeah, and you get to meet the king,
Of course. I'll be signing autographs for $5 each, so make sure you have cash only.
Right. Yeah, cash only.
Cash only.
Or taquito or whatever. Yeah.
I might take Venmo for certain people, but if like Doodle comes up to me and says, "Can I get an autograph?" It's totally cash only, bro.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I don't trust that guy. 3,000 here for Jeff. 101 for Alex. We are here in game number 8. We got 2 more tonight. So far, no real false starts. The only false start was Jeff not knowing to put in a seed. So really, the only issue been
seed in wrong, starting on the wrong level. Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. Getting a little ahead of himself. It's okay. Now, Vince, since we have you here, we're talking about Ecstasy of Order again. Great film. It's available on Tubi for those that would like to check it out. It's a free streaming service, so you don't have to pay any money. If you want to see such a great film, again, I just recently watched it. Higgins is here. Higgins in the chat mentioned that Jeff and Kim make a cameo appearance in the Best of 5 film that he is currently working on, and hopefully we'll get that released sometime this decade. I would love to watch that.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, Chris is pouring all the love into it and doing it right. So I think I've seen some clips and had some sneak peeks, and it's really great what he's doing. And I can't wait for the final product to come out. And maybe we get that on Tubi somehow. Or he gets it on there. Or we get this show on Tubi. Oh my god.
I would love to get this show on. I mean, Vince, can we work that out, please? I would love to get the nickel residuals.
Oh man, you should see these checks I get in the mail. It's great. 5 cents. Oh wow.
There you go, big spender.
Yeah. Take that right to the the horse track, wherever I go.
Oh well, now we know what Vince does every Saturday.
I've never been to one. There's one out here, but
okay,
you do it one time.
You already give your secret away. But anyway, I wanted to ask you. So we had talked about the film. What was it like? A lot of people probably are wondering. The enigmatic personality of Thor Ackerland, who I got to meet personally last year at CTWC, which is another reason why people should be going out to these live events, because you never know who shows up. Thor was there, and I got to chat with him for like a good 15-20 minutes, and he's really
it was a secret.
an interesting character. And so what really was your first impressions when you met him for the first time filming that scene?
I immediately, me and Thor had talked years prior, so I already knew Thor, and then I knew Robin, years prior as well. So it's like I already, like Thor went to an event way back, maybe 2007 or 8, and he was like, Vince, I need something to sign and give away. So I just ordered a bunch of posters for him that he signed. It was just, I didn't even go to the event. I forget, it was the East Coast somewhere. I was 23 years old, so I didn't have money to to go traveling. But yeah, I sent him in the mail like a box full of like 200 posters that he sat there and signed and gave away to these people. So, and then that whole debacle in 2015 with the NWC, Thor stayed at my house during that weekend, which was he calls me every once in a while, just out of the blue, has a random story or wants to catch up. So we're homies. It's not all the time homies, but yeah.
Right.
He wants me to go to his house someday and have a barbecue. So he's gonna.
Well, there you go. So...
And I'm ready. It's like whenever he wants. Yeah.
Yeah. I would call that. I would definitely call that more than homies and more than acquaintances, right?
Oh yeah.
And somebody's inviting you to come to a barbecue. Would say that pretty good friend then.
I mean, it's a flight. Yeah. I mean, he's the man. Thor's the man.
I don't even invite my family for barbecues. So there you go.
Well, yeah. Well, you like to eat all the food, so.
That's exactly. Right now, Jeff would love to eat up some good RNG because that's a pretty poor transition for him at 394. He's already off to the races. Good digging out though, as he always does, trying to see if he can get something over to that left side. Does get the Z, but he wants a long bar in the worst way. Game is not feeding him. Alex, meanwhile, still has 3 more lines to go. He's got a lead. Very rare that you see Alex in the lead this late on the 18 at 463.
20 lines behind, yeah.
Yeah, and he is off to the races too.
I mean, Jeff's not doing what I told him, and look at what's happening.
Exactly. No, I mean, Vince, you're a friggin' genius. Keys to victory. Forget Bidwell's keys to victory. They never work every week. So, I think these guys need to go with what you're saying.
Bidwell has no idea what's going on. So.
Oh, Jeff.
Yep.
A little bit of an early shift there. He didn't want to go with a skim of a T earlier on. He's doing what he does best. Those double J's actually were perfectly timed.
God. Here we go. It's happening again. I mean, see, even the game wants Jeff to come out for main event,
I mean, they got to find a way if they can make it out. I mean, why wouldn't you want to see amazing gameplay like this from a living legend?
I mean, yeah, Jeff last year on that, the side silver area doing his squall, seeing all the people cheer for him on Sunday, and the moment, he had 3-4 max outs, just great moment all around for everyone involved, So.
And he stays alive. 5:59.
Oh,
Alex will get. He hung the S piece. but he can make this work. The J comes to some relief. Oh, I think
he thought that was gonna burn.
Yeah, he did. He needed to rotate the J, that would have burned there, and that board is cycled out of control. And you can see, yeah, he knows he made that mistake. I needed to 180 indeed. Yes, 527 for Alex is finished, and Jeb's heroic dig is gonna save him and take this game number 8. He'll get to 6 wins. You can mull it if you like, Jeb, but certainly you can top out, and we'll move to game number 9.
I would give him $100 if he maxed this one out. At this point,
Well, I mean, you didn't secretly know, but Jeff is rolling, and so he'll just switch grip.
Oh yeah, I can't see his hands. Yeah. Oh, misdrop in the middle. Oh my God, he tops out.
Alex, you have a chase down? No. All right, so that was game number 8. Jeff with the 6-2 lead. Big game for him right there. So we're going to go to D number 7. 7.
Is that still a type of paper? Are we still doing paper stuff?
No, I think we're out of the realm of D's. I've not heard of a D7
right,
type of size paper. So now, if Alex says yes, then he will totally defeat me in the knowledge of paper. There they go, A and B's, correct?
You got the paper expert.
Yeah. Unless he's gonna tell me like D7 is code for a legal sized document. But
yeah.
Anyway, players are ready to go here, Vince. It is the final game of the night. It is game number 72 overall. The end of round number 8. Jev leading 6-2. He is on the cusp of taking to the 50 wins. He'll need one more next week to do it, but maybe he can get closer tonight. Count him down for the final game.
3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm ready, King. It's been great doing this with you. Can't thank you enough for reaching out and asking me. It's an honor, So with you and these guys, I'm a big fan of both of them. So it's hard to root for anyone.
Of course. I mean, well, we root for both. That's kind of the angle that you want. You want to root for both, and certainly people want to root for Alex because they want it to get to a very interesting finish to the series here. You don't want to really see like Jeff win out, because then you kind of take a little bit of the steam out there. But obviously we knew coming in the last few weeks Jeff has been on a tear and taking big wins over Alex. But what Alex has shown is signs of life, of maybe taking the sets, and he still can do that. That is still out there. Again, Jeff potentially can close everything out next week if he just will need 1 or 2 wins depending on the outcome of this game number 9 right now. But he certainly should be able to reach the 50 win marker by next week, and then it comes down to, will he be able to take the overall sets too? So Alex, that's kind of Alex's quest, is to continue to chip away, see if he can take the next sets over these next few weeks and make something of himself in that regard. And I think he really has. Like overall here, Vince, I mean, you can speak to that as well too. I think Alex has really changed his game up from what we saw last year. You could kind of see maybe just wasn't prepared to play in the IRL event, and now that this training has been going on all summer long, I think he's more than capable of having a very good turnout.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I were a player, I'd be, scared that Alex Kerr is practicing, where you typically wouldn't practice or stream practicing, right? He would just, play the various different types of Tetris when he had time, and kind of show up to main events where he's, always a clutch player at live events. So seeing him put some time into the online matches, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm excited to see. I think he's going to do well. It's just like competing against the rollers or whatever. But I think Alex is going to make some noise. I mean, he's a legend. So I have no doubt. There's no doubt about it. I think getting rid of a couple of these misdrops, which seem to lose the games for him. I think that that's a new key to success for Alex, though, and for us all. So that's an easy one. Yeah.
I would agree. And welcome in Listen Tai from Alex's chat. Says D4 is apparently a real paper size, 188 by 260 millimeters, 7.4 by 10.2 inches. Yes, no, I'm familiar with the D4, but I don't really see that too often in the business world as far as having that on documents. But yeah, no, I've heard of the D4, but we were talking about D7. If D7 was a paper size, then oof, I'm I'm
I mean,
done.
they're using millimeters, so it's definitely like
Oh, maybe it's an international paper.
it's an international favorite, maybe. I don't know.
Well, can you call Chris Forrest and ask him right now?
Yeah, I mean the 24-hour hotline's open probably. So.
Yeah, you have him on speed dial anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. So, I love Chris Forrest. Haven't talked to him in a while. He's a legend too. So can't wait to see him at the event again.
Well, I think you're
And everyone,
right, of course. So Vince very, very political correct, of course. Thank you. 280 for Alex, 401 for Jeff. Jeff is on a friggin' tear through 95 lines.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, but Alex, he's right there if he gets perfect Tetrises to 99 lines. So. Close.
326 now for Alex, 424 for Jeff. Jeff, a little bit of a complication on this board. The long bar comes for the relief for a split double. I like that interesting delayed burn, but he needed the L to kind of come and fix that. Not get it.
Oof. Oh man, not getting what he needs.
No, on the contrary, Vince, he's getting exactly what he needs right now.
Now he gets exactly. I mean, yeah. I think that's the new thing for Jeff. Just the game will give you exactly what you need. Don't worry. He's the success.
Of course. Who are we to question his digging out methods? Because that's his Twitch channel. You can follow him whenever he Twitch streams. It is digging out, DIGGINOUT, and he is finally clean. There we go. Lumbar engaged as a Tetris. He's at 466 through 125 lines. Alex at 384 through 107. So, by the looks of it, Jeff will probably have the better transition score among the two. It goes to 492.
Yeah. Alex has been, doing some burns.
And Jeff, at this point, just take it to the house, man. This is the last game for the evening, so regardless, mullet it if you can. Just go all the way.
Yeah, I want to see a max,
Well, you almost saw one. He, fortunately,
yeah.
A little shy there. Alex with a very interesting delayed burn instead of wow. I would never have seen that in a million years. And there's a Tetris for him. 437. So he'll be pace wise about 2.5 Tetrises again. Seen him been in that situation before in the evening.
Yeah, and Jeff's, he's not holding back anymore, so I think Alex has got to, maybe be a little aggressive here. Just to stay, stay close,
Yep. We'll take the split double now with that J. 477 for him, 687 for Jeff. Jeff is 2 levels ahead. Alex with a very nice S-top, but only be a triple as he has a couple of holes to contend with. While Jeff, meanwhile, Vince, he's going to the house. He knows it's max out time. You ask for it, he's going to try to give it to you.
Uh-oh, Jeff. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Of course, he gets exactly what he needs every time.
Oh, my God. He gets the S over, and the longboard Begarang Tetris. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
How does he do it, Vince?
He loves playing the paper seeds, I guess. I don't know.
Wow. Tremendous dash control from the living legend. He'll open it up with a J. A long bar.
Incredible.
Begarang. Another one. 796 for Jeff. He's smiling because he's like, this is too easy, bro. Too easy. Alex.
Oh, come on. All right, there we go.
He gets the long bar, and he gets the Vitz up high.
All right, that should be worth 1 million points,
That should be 1 million points, but instead it's going to lead to the top out. He has nothing to go with.
Yeah.
And he's finished for the evening. 536 is the final score for him on level 23. Really a tough,
GG's, Alex.
Tough game for him, but yeah, GG's overall. Meanwhile, Jeff can still do this. He's got 100,000 points more to go, Vince. Can he give you your wish and max it out to close the night?
I apologize in advance. I don't have a cowbell here on the ready. I know everyone's used to that. Okay, all right. She's what, 2 more. That's it.
Yeah, and he has
One and a triple even.
He has a couple of burns here that he can go with.
Easy money here.
He's set up for the game.
Right.
Give it to him. And it will! And he's got it! Boom! Tetris for Jev. No cowbells here, but that's okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
There you go. Wow! And Vince, not for nothing, but he had one of the most incredible digs to keep the game alive.
Oh, man.
This is why you need him at CTWC, man. You know,
We need him.
if it's a financial thing, somebody give a man $1 million. He's worth every friggin' penny. Get him, the wife, and the kids out. Let's do it. Get this man to CTWC. You cannot have a world championship without that man right there. He's got the win tonight, Vince. It's game number 72. It's 7-2 overall. Lucky number 7 for Jev. Ring the bell, Charlie. We're done. The king of Tetris friendlies does it again. The kids coming over. They know, Daddy, you won? What a shock. We knew it all the way. And we're going to go over to the winner scene in a moment. We'll get the man himself on there. We're going to go over transition to boom, Tetris for Jev. There he is in all his glory, Vince. What a big win. What a way to end game number 72. Max out just for you.
I mean, we go out with a bang, you know, ask Jeff to get a max out, and he delivers, you know, so now just got to ask him to come to CTWC. So that happens, you know. but yeah.
Yeah, I really hope.
I would see Alex there too, and you know everyone else. But yeah, Jeff, we need you there. So.
Vince will send you a check. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
You're made of money, no problem. But congratulations to that man right there. He's looking. He's giving you that smug look, Vince. He's like, yeah, you're damn right. You better pay me. Oh, look at that. He's gonna get a hug from the kid. Daddy, you won! Yay! Now we can go for ice cream, of course. Celebratory. Ice cream for all in the Moore house. We want more, Jeff? Well, you're going to get more. We got 3 more weeks of that awesome man right there. He wipes the tear from his eye because he's just so overjoyed with the lovely words Vince has said about him.
I mean, ice cream with Jeff is a great reward for a charitable stream, you know. I'm just saying.
I mean,
I'd be into ice cream with Jeff. You know?
Jeff, there you go. If you need a fundraising stream idea, ice cream with Jeff. Right, for every person that donates $25, they can sit down with you and have ice cream. The man will have an ice cream headache for weeks on end. I'll tell you that much, because all the ice cream you have to eat with all these people. But nonetheless, it's worth every friggin' penny. Get that man to CTWC. I don't care. He's got to be there. First class, fly him out. Somebody, do it. But you'll get him again next week, and that's what counts the most. We'll see Jeff in action. As he's going to try to end it, Vince. He's going to try to end it. He's got 7 wins. He started the night 42-21. He'll go to 49-23. That means 1 game to take it all.
Alex has got to win out. I mean, we got to get to that 99th game. So,
there you go. So
I'll have to work on my tips, or Bidwell will have to, you know, watch some tape to improve his, you know, so.
Exactly. So, Alex, you heard the challenge. 26 wins in a row. Get to practicing this weekend to make it happen. Congratulations to Boom. That's for Jeff. Man, what a fun night, Vince. That was. I'm so glad you could join me for this one. It was a lot of fun. And great stories by you, of course, as always. And I really appreciate you hanging out with me for the best of night time.
No doubt, man. Anytime. Honor to be here with you. Love the great questions. I mean, some of those stories I've never told before. So, you do a great job, and it's an honor to work with you. You know,
well,
look forward to the next step. You know.
Well, of course, Vince. Well, that's why I have to be the pregame host and the postgame interviewer, and you know, I need my own show. Give me my own 2-hour podcast or whatever. That's fine.
I mean, yeah.
I'm friggin' money, Vince. I'm friggin' money, of course.
I know. the whole freaking show. Yeah.
I am the whole effing show, indeed, yes. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for the evening. We are done here. So again, I'd like to thank Vince Clemente for joining. He is absolutely stellar, and great stories by him. And hopefully we'll have him on again down in the future for other events. I'd like to thank the players, as always, Jeff and Alex. They do a tremendous job coming here week in and week out with, just playing for fun, man. That's the one thing. Like, a lot of these events go on for money, and that's what players are kind of looking for these days. But these guys are wholesome, and they say, you know what? I don't care about money. I just want to play. I want to play with my friend, and that's exactly what we want to see. And I'd like to thank you, the viewers, of course, entertaining us all evening long with your questions and fun stuff in the chat. So with that said, Vince, I'm gonna send it over to Mr. Kataru. He's gonna stay on. Usually that's been his thing lately, is that he'll stay on for a little bit longer. He'll play some Tetris to wow the crowd, and then he also plays some different games. So if you didn't know that Alex is a big gamer, well, actually he is. He plays a whole bunch of different weird games that I've never seen before, and they look like kind of fun. So go hang out with him. Go talk to a living legend. It is Alex Kataru Kerr. And I will see you all next week. Chris Bidwell should be returning. And if not, that's okay. He's fired, and Vince will take over the rest of the week.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't have the obscure references, that everyone's used to, pulling it out of nowhere. But yeah. Again, thanks for having me, King. Thanks for doing the show.
You're welcome. And
I love watching.
Well, we love that you're watching, and we love that you're posting videos on YouTube. So thanks so much. And for all of you fans, we'll see you next week for the next round of Best of Night. Take care.
All right. See you guys.